Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. We are going to do a collective reading. I just want to welcome the new ones that have joined the channel. Just before we start, a reminder, this is a group reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please use your intuition. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here to give you a little bit more information, a little bit more insight, maybe confirmation. If I am talking about masculine or feminine, I'm not especially talking about the gender, but the energy from where someone is operating, so please apply it however it applies in your story, and also this can be past, present, or future. I have already shuffled the deck because if you have been here already, you know that this deck is hard for me to shuffle because the cards are very thick. So we have the Moon in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. Seems like some things here are being exposed and it is blocking someone who cannot defend themselves. Let's see. The Star. Okay. Any more here? The Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it kind of feels like somebody has manipulated the situation, hoping that it would lead them to some kind of wish coming true. Yeah, it was not a good idea, right? It was not a good idea. They should have listened to their intuition, which they didn't do. We have the Six of Cups here in reverse. Someone is not healing. They're operating from their childhood wounds. The Six of Pentacles in the upright. Let's take the Emperor and the Six of Wands here. Okay, this is interesting. I'm a little bit confused. There are all kinds of energies here. So, let me see here. Okay, so it seems like you might have uncovered something. You might have listened to your intuition and searched for some kind of proof about things that were done in the dark. You uncovering whatever was in the dark blocked some kind of situation. You might not even want to discuss this subject. I kind of feel that this discovery has put you back on track. You know, it's like, let's say, okay, it's just a story, just to give an example, right? That you are in a relationship with someone and you feel that something is weird, right? And you don't know, and you are trying to find out, you are being patient, you are trying to talk about it, and you feel that something is not okay. But this person is telling you, no, what are you saying? You are insecure, you are this, you are that, don't you trust me? You know, the person is gaslighting you. And until you succeed to find out what is going on, a lot of energy is going towards this confusion because you feel that something is not okay. And then you find out something. Suddenly you feel on track, right? You are not confused anymore. You are not in this energy anymore. You understand what is going on, and this puts you truly on track with this Star card in the fourth position, which the four, it's the foundation. I kind of feel here truly that uncovering whatever here was not clear to you, or making a decision that allow you to get out of this mental state of feeling that things are happening behind closed doors, in the dark, hidden from you, it kind of puts you back in alignment, right? You know now that you can trust yourself, you know that you can trust your intuition. The manipulation is not working on you anymore, right? So you might have taken distance without any regret, without any nostalgia. You know why you needed to take this distance. You know why there is no point in trying to have a conversation with this person, because you also know here that this person is not honest. They have gaslit you enough for you to know. So you decided to take the reins of your life, to become the leader of your life, do what is right for you. You know that you are somebody very generous, very caring, very fair. And you might have felt here that you were with someone who was breadcrumbing you. And at the end of the day, it's a victory for you. It's a victory since you decided to take control over the situation. You are in a good place. You might have invested a lot in yourself here. I kind of feel that the Six of Pentacles here is telling me that all this situation has somehow allowed you to truly understand your own value, right? I think that, you know, we are always hearing, yeah, you need to know who you are. First of all, I think that it's much easier to know who we are not. Saying who we are, it's kind of uncomfortable and it's difficult to know. Knowing who we are not, it's much easier. But also, it's very difficult to know what is so special about us if we don't have something to compare to. And I kind of feel here in this situation that you truly understood your value because you could compare it to someone else or other people, right? Because let's say that you are somebody generous. How do you know how generous you truly are? If you cannot compare to other people and realize that other people are not so open-hearted, they are not so attentive, they are not so giving. You know, it's difficult to know. Like, for example, people who has special abilities, a special sensitivity. How do they know that it's special if they don't know that others don't have it? You understand what I mean? So I kind of feel that this whole situation here, in fact, has put you in your own direction, in your own destiny, because it has allowed you to truly understand what is so special about you. So all this situation might have been very uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, it comes out as a victory for you. So let's see, let's get more information about this. 1 second. I will put this in its place so it doesn't need to be on the table. Now that we have the cards that we need, let's see. What should the collective be aware of regarding this situation? The Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, we are talking here about a connection, a partnership, a relationship. You decided to take distance because you understood here that you don't have the same values, the same morality, the same desires, that you are too different. You are too different. So you decided here to take distance. The Sun in reverse. Yeah, things were hidden from you. There were a lot of things here that were hidden from you, and I kind of feel that it took a lot of energy from you. being in the dark and feeling all the time that something was not okay without being able to pinpoint it took a lot of energy from you that you should have put, that ideally you put in your own abundance, in your own life, in building yourself, in your happiness. But because things were so blurry, you were so confused, it took from you, right? It took from your happiness, it took from you to be able to put your energies in the right spot. No judgment here, it's kind of normal, and I think that this is one of the lessons that a lot of us need to go through. It's that when things are not clear, when we are dealing with people who are hiding things from us, first of all, we cannot expect them to be honest about it. They will try to manipulate us, right? Because if they are hiding, there is a reason why they are hiding. And that only the fact that that we realize that things are not clear, this is enough to know, you know what? This is not a healthy relationship. We might be talking about a romantic relationship, but we might be talking about family, we might be talking about friendship, we might be talking about work, we might be talking about anything. From whatever explanation I gave you here, I guess that you already know which kind of relationship we are talking about here. But it is a relationship, a partnership, something like that. No doubt about it with the Two of Cups. Yeah, the devil is here. You were dealing here with someone who was driven by their lowest vibration. We might be talking about someone obsessive. We might be talking about someone who is into addictions. We might be talking about someone who is trauma bonding with people. They you know, the crab in the bucket. If they are down, they need to bring you down. It is someone who is in a low vibration and tend to put other people or want other people to be in this low vibration with them, in fact, right? Tell me more here, please. Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, kind of getting out not in such a clear way. Seven of Wands, you felt that you needed to put a lot of boundaries. You might have felt that every time that you try to explain yourself or get to the bottom of what was not clear there, that you had a lot of resistance. This is why at the end of the day, you decided to put a stop to this connection, not move forward with whoever we are talking about here, because there was no clear direction. And I kind of feel here also that the only fact that you needed to put so many boundaries, it was not pleasant for you. It was not pleasant. This is not what you want in a connection. When I see the Two of Cups, I see the Lovers, I see those cards, for me it's obvious that we are talking about a close connection. A connection that I call the first cycle. The first cycle, it is supposed to be your safe circle around you, right? Which is, for example, family, that you are supposed to be able to be safe there. It's people that your victory is their victory. You understand what I mean? That they want to see you elevate, they want to see you succeed. They share your happiness. When you are happy, they are happy. If you are unhappy, they are unhappy. You understand what I mean? This is the kind of connection that we are talking about. And here, kind of feel that you felt the need to put a lot of boundaries. You needed to protect yourself all the time. We have this Hierophant that came out not very clear. This just tells me that they might have tried to have some kind of authority over you, while you might be somebody very independent. We might also be talking about the fact that you don't have the same values. Simply. You don't have the same values. You might be a teacher of some kind, right? And they dismissed your teachings, which you might not care about, but I kind of feel that we are dealing here with someone or people who were giving you unsolicited advice, while they have no wisdom at all, where they are not authentic, where they are hiding a lot of things, right? We'll put it like this so it doesn't take too much space. No, you know what? I will put it like this. I know how it came out. Okay. What else should the collective be aware of here? Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody is stuck here in a situation. They are overthinking. Maybe because you took distance and you are very much at peace. You are very much at peace here. Yeah, you feel much better since you put an end to whatever this was. You feel that you are on the right track. You feel secure. You are in self-love. And once again, no regret regarding the past. No regret because you know that you were dealing with maybe betrayals, maybe lies, gaslight. The Ace of Swords here is in reverse. This is betrayals, dishonesty. You are totally closed off from those people, and they are playing the victim now. How surprising. How surprising. Okay. Let's see. When we are talking here about the energy of the devil, when someone carries the energy of the devil, very often they play the victim, right? They will never say the truth. They will never admit the truth. And they have no problem doing that, right? Because we know that part of their life is hidden. So we know. What should the collective be aware of here? Wheel of Fortune. Listen, since you took distance from this connection, the wheel has turned in your favor. We saw the Nine of Cups. You are in your path. You are happy. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. There are a lot of things here that are hidden. And I kind of feel that things are coming to the light. What I also feel, it is that they might have said a lot of things here about you that were lies regarding your boundaries, your protection, right? And at the end of the day, what people can see, it is not only this energy that we saw of the Nine of Cups, meaning that you are in a beautiful energy. The Nine of Cups, it's a beautiful energy because it is not the Ten of Cups where it is about the happiness within a family, a structure, something like that. But the Nine of Cups, it is being by yourself and being happy. This is what leads you to a healthy Ten of Cups. It starts with being in this Nine of Cups, embodying yourself totally, being able to stand on yourself, being emotionally healed. So they might have said things about you that were not true. Again, we have the Hermit here in reverse. The Hermit in reverse, it is about hiding the moon, right? So they were hiding a lot of things. And what they might have been hiding also, it is that in fact, you are the wheel of fortune. You are the wheel of fortune. But whatever they were hiding about you, what people can see, it is this energy of the Nine of Cups. And also your happiness, your abundance. Tell me more here, please. The Six of Wands in reverse. They might be hiding now because they are losing. They are losing. Since you took distance here, people might be asking them questions and they don't want to answer. So the same way that they answer to you when you were trying to understand what's going on, it's the same that is going on now, right? With the Six of Wands here in reverse, they might be losing support of people that might have supported them before. So they might truly feel the need to hide. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? Judgment. Yeah, exactly. They are going through judgment now regarding whatever they might have said about you. I kind of feel also that they were, because you didn't want to get into conflicts with them anymore once you understood the situation. With this Moon card in reverse, I feel that you understood something. The Moon, it is about talking about intuition, and it is also talking about confusion. Things that are done in the dark that you cannot see and that is confusing to you. And it's related to the intuition, because when you are confused, in fact, the only thing that gives you some kind of truth, it is your intuition. So the Moon being in reverse, you had no more confusion. You knew that whatever this connection was, it was blocking you from going further in life, right? And so you decided to not even defend yourself. But if you are not defending yourself, they cannot confuse you anymore. You were not confused anymore, and this is why also I guess that you didn't want to have any kind of conversation with them, because you knew that their intention was to confuse you, right? So when it got to this place, they couldn't try to manipulate you anymore. And so what very often people are doing when they feel that they are losing control over someone that they could control before with lies, manipulations, whatever it may be. We have here the manipulation card in reverse. Five of Swords, it is someone that will say and do whatever it takes in order to win. They are losing now. They are losing now. They cannot manipulate you anymore. This is what made the difference in your life, that created a new path in your life. It is not being confused anymore, understanding that those people were trying to block you, refusing to put your energy here to try to have a healthy discussion, because you understood that there is no way. But then you followed your own destiny. You regained your power, the wheel turned in your favor, and then what are they doing if they cannot control you, if they cannot confuse you? They will do it. They will paint you in such a light that they will lie to other people about you, right? This is what's happening. And so, the issue there, it is what people are seeing. Yes, they see that there is a separation here, obviously. That those people who are talking about you are not happy. But what they also see is that they are totally obsessed. They spend their time talking about you. The devil is obsessed. Obsessed. While you are happy. You are in a great place. And I kind of feel here also that people has understood by the way that they were defending themselves and what they were saying about you, people started to understand what are the values and the morality of whoever we are talking about here. How they were ready to do whatever it takes in order to keep you stuck. And then people see that you are happy. You are happy. They are the ones hiding, not wanting to answer to whatever they are supposed to be open to answer to, because they are obsessively talking about you all the time, right? They are obsessed. They cannot think about anything else. And so people, at a certain moment, they might have been empathetic in the beginning, they might have listened to them in the beginning, support them in the beginning, judge you in a certain light, but at a certain moment they say, no, 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 no. I see here that the person that took distance, and yes, they took distance, they are happy. They are leading their life in a very healthy way. They are not the one obsessed. They are not looking back. They seem to be happy, in alignment. They are in their path. They might also see that you are someone operating from a place of faith. You might be religious, you might be spiritual, but that you are truly. It's not like, you are going to the church or the synagogue or whatever, just to be into the gossip and appear something. No, no, no. You embody your connection with the highest. Right? And so they see that there is something here that is not okay. And those people are hiding. They are hiding. The hermit in reverse. Hiding. So it became kind of obvious here that there was a lie. There was a lie. You are happy. You are abundant. So whatever support they might have had before, they don't have it anymore. They have no more support. It's over. Because people came to a place of judgment. Judgment is placed on whoever you had this connection with. Okay. What else should we be aware of here? The truth. The Knight of Swords. The truth is running. The truth is running. So the judgment that is placed now, it is because the truth is seen. I love to see that. Judgment and Knight of Swords in the upright. King of Wands. King of Wands. This is a leader. This is someone very confident, taking their life in control. This is a good leader. Someone very dynamic, very inspired. They don't try to have control over others. They don't care about image. They are truly in their inspiration, being the best leader that they can be. This might represent you, or it might represent someone who decided to look further for the truth. We might have here a masculine energy or someone acting from their masculine energy here. Looking at the situation from a very objective, I want to say, from a very objective place. It might also be that this is how people are perceiving you, and even though it's a King of Wands, as said, it is embodying the energy of the King of Wands, which is being a very inspired leader. This might represent you. You might be a feminine, a masculine, it doesn't matter. It is this energy of being a very inspired leader, somebody very courageous, very dynamic, someone who will take risk if it is the right risk to take, which might have been here if, let's say, we are talking about your family, or we are talking about the family that you created, it might be seen as a risk, right? Taking distance. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? Three of Swords. Let's see why this Three of Swords came up. I kind of feel that this signifies the betrayals that you went through, but I still want to see the Fool, people acting recklessly, carelessly, no consideration for the hurts and the consequences. Three of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Three of Swords. What does it mean? Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So whoever we are talking about here, it might be you, it might be somebody external. I kind of feel that we might be talking here about someone external, because we have the Six of Wands here. Then Judgment, then the truth coming out. I kind of feel that it's someone external. They understood how much you have been betrayed here by people who were acting totally restlessly, and that you truly needed to heal from all those betrayals that you have been through, right? Yeah, you had no other choice but to take control over your life and move forward. This was the best thing that you could do to simply end this cycle. Okay. Let's see, what else should the collective be aware of here? Five of Swords in reverse, again. Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody here was trying to manipulate a situation here because they had a plan. They had a very selfish plan. Whatever they said now is exposed as being a betrayal. The Three of Swords here, it is talking about betrayal. We have swords here. So it is betrayal. It is breaking your heart with betrayal over and over and over again. They cannot defend what they did. They cannot manipulate the situation anymore. They can't. Because everybody can see that there was a plan here, a very selfish plan. It is, how can I get what I want? I want to conquer. Here, I don't care about anyone and anything. I don't care about other people's boundaries. I follow my plan that is serving me. Bad choices. Bad choices. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? The Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, now they are stressed out. They are stressed out. They cannot sleep. They are fearful. So it means that there are consequences. So first of all, the consequence we already know. The Six of Wands in reverse. People are seeing through them. They don't have the support of people anymore. They are perceived as losers. which already is very unpleasant, I guess. Let's see the Four of Swords here in reverse. What's going on there? Seven of Wands. Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they are seen as very arrogant, very entitled. And they are seen as very entitled, very arrogant. They cannot defend whatever they did. They can't. Even with themselves, they can. The Four of Swords here in reverse, it is talking about being stressed out, thinking all the time, not being able to sleep. Why? Because I kind of feel here that they are trying to find some kind of, how can I defend myself? How can I defend myself? What can I say to defend myself? They can't. They just can't. They could somehow defend themselves with you while they were lying, gaslighting, when you were under some kind of abuse, some kind of confusion, right? But even there, they could for a moment and then they couldn't anymore, right? But now they cannot defend themselves. They were arrogant. They were entitled. This is the reality, and they know it. But will they be able to admit? No, maybe even not to themselves. So they cannot explain. Maybe they cannot even explain to themselves. I don't think that they are trying to explain to themselves, but they are trying to find some kind of explanation to what they did for people to accept them. But they cannot find it. And they are obsessively thinking about it. Tell me more here, please. The Knight of Wands. Moving forward courageously. They cannot explain their lies about you. What people see it is that you are courageous, you are moving forward, you are inspired, you are in control of your life. They see you as a warrior, someone who had to overcome a lot of things. Moving forward, you are able to look people in the eyes. You are not hiding. You are not in the Hermit in reverse, needing to hide. No. You are at peace with yourself. You are using your energy the right way. This is what people see. So how now can they explain what they said about you? We know that they lied about you. Because we have the Five of Swords here, saying whatever needs to be said in order to win. Those people are all about winning, right? It came twice here, the Five of Swords in reverse. They cannot do that anymore. But they did. They did. We are with the Devil here. People operating from a very, very, very low place. We know with the Sun here in reverse that they were hiding a lot of things and they didn't want to see you happy. They didn't want you to be abundant. They didn't want to see you happy. We have the Hierophant here in reverse, talking about people with no integrity, no ethics, no morality. So it kind of becomes obvious of who is who. For you, everything is going well. We have this Wheel of Fortune here. Since you took distance, everything goes well. You don't feel the need to defend anything. You know who you are. Now for sure you know who you are. And they also see that since you are not confused anymore, you are taking full control of your life, since you stop allowing them to block you. You took total control over your life. And you are victorious. You are victorious. You are in your life path. Balanced. Inspired. Living in faith. You are not obsessively talking about them. You don't regret them. They are. They are. You are not. You move forward courageously. Courageously, you move forward. I kind of feel here how those cards are placed, that we might have a King of Wands here, someone who recognize themselves in you. You don't become a king without experience in life, right? So they are looking at you as a Knight of Wands, courageous, seeing this whole situation, seeing the truth about this situation, placing a judgment here, knowing, understanding, being very clear-minded about what happened here, and they see you as a king of a Knight of Wands. I kind of feel here that they might be heartbroken considering to see what you needed to go through, everything that was done against you. They might want to come forward to you and speak to you some kind of truth that will somehow bring some kind of justice. Yeah, they cannot defend themselves anymore. They cannot defend themselves anymore. You are in a beautiful energy. We have the Fool, the Empress. The Fool is, when it's in the upright, it can be a very positive energy because it is being faithful. It is being able to take risks, being faithful, going for a new beginning. And then we have the Empress, abundance, divine feminine energy. You might be a masculine and being in the Empress energy, right? This is about having this motherly energy, but a lot of men have this motherly energy. Being loving, caring, understanding, abundant. Yeah, you healed your heart space. You took back control over your life. And it's obvious now that they were competing with you. They were competing with you, trying to put burdens on you all the time. You decided to put down the burdens that were not yours to carry and get out of this miserable place that they were trying to keep you into and move forward. Move forward. You needed to be very courageous here. Very courageous. But you were. You knew that you deserved something that is much more balanced. They have to let go. They have to let go, and now they are looking, with regrets. What can I do now in order to regain some kind of something? They are thinking about sending you a message. They are thinking about it. But they know that they won't be able to confuse you. You are much stronger than what they thought. They know that. They know that you know how unloving they are, how manipulative they are. They know. They know that you know that they didn't deserve your generosity. But the reason why they want to come towards you, it is because of your abundance. This is the reason why whatever they were working on, it didn't succeed, right? Didn't succeed because you took back the lead of your life. They wanted to control you, but you took back the lead of your life. You have been very, very patient in this situation. Very patient. And now they are stuck. They are stuck because they didn't succeed to keep you in this low vibration. They have tried to make you feel insecure, fearful. They didn't succeed to do that. They didn't succeed to do that. Might be talking about family, we might be talking about a whole community. We might be talking about a lot of money that they were trying to take from you, but it is exposed. The Seven of Swords, yeah, they might have tried to steal from you. This might have been the idea here. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. It is exposed what they did. Sneaky behavior, lying, stealing, cheating, manipulating. All of it, it's exposed. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Okay, I will leave it here. I think that we have a clear idea of what's going on. I hope that it was helpful, inspiring. If not, that at least it was entertaining. I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching me. Until very, very soon. Bye.